Today's technology is allowing scammers and others who practice questionable business tactics to operate just like legitimate businesses. To fight against these cyber trends, a national watchdog organization is adding a new weapon to its arsenal, designed to combat the bad guys before they can rip you off.
Once you get the address, on our Podio, you have the Google view. Right off the bat, we name a nearby landmark. And what's so powerful about it, because they're gonna know you're the expert in the area just by you naming a nearby landmark.
What you're seeing is completely legal. These self-described real estate investors are using internet mapping technology to try to convince people to think they're the best in the biz. But now the Better Business Bureau is using the same real-time technology as a tool to track trickery and scams as they happen.
Better Business Bureau has created this tool to help consumers have an easy-to-use resource to report a scam, get that information out there quickly, and we want to turn this information around and get it out to the public as it's happening in the moment.
Using interactive crowdsourcing applications, the Scam Tracker acts as a heat map, lighting up areas where scams are prevalent, providing information and alerting the public to potential con artists in their own backyard.
If you're concerned about the latest scams happening, you can actually zone in your neighborhood or your county and see what other people are reporting and what scams are happening in the community.
Working with local law enforcement, the BBB monitors the evolution of our nation's most common cons, hoping to educate consumers on what to watch out for.
And what we're really exposing is the scams changing and adapting over time. The best defense against a scam is being aware of the latest scams happening, know about them, and know how to combat them.
And that's what Inside Investigations is all about. Building awareness and, more importantly, helping you solve your toughest consumer problems. Now, an update on the tiny house investigation we showed you last week. 2 years ago, Julie and Boyd Norris bought a tiny house kit from this man, Dave Radis. They paid nearly $24,000 to have it delivered from Georgia and built on their land in Texas, but it never happened. Radis failed to fulfill the contract and refused to return their money. Our Inside Investigations team took on the Norris' cause, helping them to navigate the local legal system and bring Radis to justice.
He is here today. He is here to plead guilty. Admits there is a factual basis for this plea, and we are ready to go forward. My understanding is essentially Mr. Roddy's got into a position of robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Charged with 2 counts of theft by conversion, Radis entered a plea of guilty. His sentence, 10 years probation, as long as he repays the money he stole from the Norrises.
This is at least a step in the right direction, that he is guilty of felonies, but it should be more felonies that he committed that he should be convicted of as well.
Since our investigation, Radis' business, Cocoon Homes, has closed permanently. And if Radis fails to meet his financial obligation to the Norrises, he faces up to 10 years in prison.